been talking to a lot of vegans, vegetarians, and they having a lot of kidney problems. So I wanted to investigate, research, see what's causing all these kidney problems in the vegan and vegetarian diet. And I come to the conclusion that there are foods that are high in oxalate that are causing kidney troubles. These foods are foods like turmeric, cinnamon, cardamom seeds, cashews, almonds, spinach, rhubarb, amaranth. What's the other one? Make sure I don't miss nothing. Cumin, star fruit. Now, 75% of these oxalates, these stones, are composed of calcium oxalate. There's soluble oxalates and insoluble oxalates. So, insoluble oxalates are incapable of being dissolved. So that's the other thing with oxalates, right? They commit robberies. They rob you of your minerals, your calcium minerals, your magnesium minerals. So in the gut, calcium, magnesium bonds with the oxalate, and that's how you get calcium oxalate. We put a lot of trust in these foods, these herbs, all these type of supplements outside of the body, and the body is responsible for maintaining the body. You got organs set up like the kidneys. So let's take a look at the function of the kidneys. Regulation of blood ionic composition, regulation of blood pH, regulation of blood volume, regulation of blood pressure, maintenance of blood osmolarity, production of hormones like calcitrol, the active form of vitamin D. It helps regulate calcium homeostasis, regulation of blood glucose level, excretion of waste and foreign substances. Now we've taken a look at the function of the kidneys. Let's look at some medical terms, some kidney diseases from minor to severe. Chronic kidney disease would be severe. A common thing is hyperoxaluria. There's nephropathy, and there's nephrolithasis. So these are medical terms of kidney conditions. Hyperoxaluria. Hyperoxaluria is defined when urine oxalate exceeds 40 milligrams. What does this depend on? This depends on the oxalate content of the food and the bioavailability. Bioavailability equals absorption. Absorption rates are from 2% to 15%. Turmeric has a high absorption rate, like 8.2%. Cinnamon has a more lower absorption rate, like 2.6, so we can say it's moderate. But usually, you already know when you making vegan snacks and you use cinnamon, you going hard with the cinnamon. You're not putting a little cinnamon on there, so we definitely got to caution with the cinnamon also. Oxalate absorption depends on a couple of factors. Depends on the bacteria that's present in the gut. It depends on the gut transit time. It depends on the ability of the intestines to absorb the food. So, you know, like in my book, in one of the chapters, I talk about cleaning out the body so you can absorb your foods better. If you can't, it don't matter how much nutrition the food got, basically, if you can't really absorb it. And it depends on those minerals, like I mentioned earlier, that I said that it robs, like the absorption. Basically, the calcium and magnesium minerals also play a role in the absorption of these oxalates. 3 ways the stones are being eliminated. Urine, you already know, when you get that pain in that side and you pass the kidney stone. I never passed one, but I heard from other people it's very painful when it comes in when it makes the insoluble calcium oxalate form, and then you shit it out in the feces, and that seems like that'll be less painful. And then we got the gut microorganisms that I'm explaining to you about, that it's a bacteria that dissolves. So oxalates can be created by gut microorganisms. We have a lot of different species of gut microorganisms in the gastrointestinal tract. EU bacterium, mega spacera, sporobacter, Sutterella, Prevotella. That's native Africans got a lot of that type of bacteria in them. That's why they don't have a lot of incidents of colon cancer. Um, us Africans in America have the kind like bifidobacterium species, which is more associated with colon. Now, the three main ones that are involved with dissolving oxalates are oxalobeta formogenes, the lactobacillus species, and the bifidobacterium species. These gut microorganisms express the enzyme 4-more-CoA transferase and oxalio-CoA decarboxylase. These are the foods you should avoid if you have kidney troubles and to prevent kidney troubles.